Good morning, everyone. It's nice and cool in here. Yeah, good to see you all. Let's please welcome back this extraordinary talent here. There's Mitzi McDonald.
Thank you. I can see laughter or I can see tears. I see a choice of love or fear. What do you choose? I can see peace or I can see war. I can see sunshine or I can see a storm. So what do you choose? Oh, I choose to love with freedom fire from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. Oh, I can see sharing or I can see greed. I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose? I can see gardens or I can see flaws. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? Oh, I choose to love with freedom fire from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I can see healing, darkness dying. I see us dawning as one world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? What do you choose? Oh, I choose to love with freedom fire from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying. And I choose to feel the one voice rising. And I choose to feel us all united in the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitzi, so much for that beautiful start to our service this morning. Welcome to all those in-house and live, watching currently or later. My name is Elise Reed, and I am the platform assistant today, serving while Reverend Jan is taking a much-needed Sunday off, and we have our Unity teacher, Hope, here giving us our message, so thank you, Hope. I would especially like to welcome those of you who are visiting for the first time. We have welcome packets on the table by the front door, and there's a yellow card in the pew in front of you if you're a first-time visitor, if you could fill that out. If you'd like, on the back, there's a box you could check to receive a year's subscription to our Daily Word magazine, and you can drop that off. You can hand it to an usher or put it in the box at the back, and we'd be happy. We also offer that to our online viewers. You can go to our website, firstunitystl.org, and click the Contact Us button, and we'll get that taken care of for you. We also, if you need in prayer, you can go again to the prayer request link on our website and our prayer circle, and we'll hold you in prayer for 30 days. And those of you who are in-house, we have a highly trained prayer chaplain, Kara Prechtel, who you'll hear from in a few minutes. She'll be over here on the side, and you can pray with her after the service. Joel Taylor is a certified yoga instructor, and he's willing to start a yoga class here weekly if there's an interest. There's a sign-up sheet out front. It would be a suggested donation of $10. We're still trying to figure out what day. It looks like right now that a weekday is probably going to be best. But please sign up out front if you're interested, and then once we have the details, we will announce that. So thank you very much, Joel. Now, for upcoming events, these are on our website, Facebook. You can see them here on our screen. They're also in our newsletter, and this will be back up again at the end of the service. If you are interested in receiving the bi-monthly newsletter, there's also a sign-up sheet on the table out front if you aren't already getting that. As I said, many of the dates are on the screen. Sunday, July 12th, in the adult classroom, our hospitality ministry is meeting. And this is the meeting that plans all of our fun and fundraising activities, always welcoming newcomers. And if you have any questions, you can see Mary Tumanello. Is that right, Mary? Okay, thank you. As Jan announced last week, we are hosting a Red Cross blood drive here on July 13th from 2 to 6 p.m. We could use 2 more volunteers from 4 to 6 p.m. And again, there's a sign-up sheet in the lobby. We have all of our other July events on the screen. And one final announcement, our second annual bingo night will be held on Friday, August 14th. Adult tickets are $20, children are $10, doors open at 6, and bingo starts at 7. Now I invite everyone to stand, if you are able, for our first community song, I Am the Thinker by Sue Ray Riley, led by Chuck Seeger and accompanied by Steve Schenkel. Thank you.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light, I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light and brighten someone's darkest night. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Do you have the daily word down there? Do you have the daily word somewhere? Oh, I may have taken it. Sorry. My fault. was a moment. Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Prechtel, and I have the privilege of being your prayer chaplain this morning. I'm happy to pray with you whatever may be on your heart or mind, and I will be over in that corner afterwards. And as always, our prayers are kept in strictest confidence. So today, the word of the day is connection. I share a connection to all living things. Shall we say that together? I share a connection to all living things. I share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of the astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am a part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us with God. When the world feels lonely and I am struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness with God. Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, as indeed you are doing, from Colossians 5:11. And let's take this to prayer. Let's take a moment to just fall into a quiet place. Fall to your heart space where Spirit lives. And we invite Sacred's presence to be here. Today and every day, I lift up every person that I meet, knowing that they are a reflection of the divine. And so it is. Amen.
Give me some quiet time to be in this moment and warm my heart over with a feeling of ease. Give me some quiet peace to feel deep inside me and appreciate the gifts that life brings. Give me a quiet song to carry inside me and hum along like a secret song that's here just for me. Give me some quiet joy to send my soul singing and appreciate the gifts that life brings. Give me your quiet love to wrap all around me. I'll carry it always, 'cause it fills every need. Give me some quiet joy to send my soul singing and appreciate the gifts that life brings. Bring on the quiet storm that I know is coming. I'll get through it surely, 'cause I'm grounded in belief. Give me some quiet peace to feel deep inside me and appreciate
Thank you so much, Mitzi. Such beautiful music every time she comes. Good morning, everyone. I'm Hope Dodson. I am licensed Unity teacher here at First Unity. And my topic today is spiritual self-discipline. I was inspired to explore this subject because one morning recently during my morning readings, I came across the quote from Galatians 5, verses 22 and 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So this intrigued me because the first 8 seem like natural outcomes for living a spiritual life. But the 9th one, self-control, is something that I have to actively participate in. This also caused me to search for other references in the Bible. It turns out there are around 30 references in the Bible to self-control, self-discipline, and temperance. I think this topic interests me now because I'm starting a whole new phase of my life. Since my husband made his transition, now I have a fresh new start on life to make it what I want it to be. My kids are grown, I'm single. What do I want life to be? So I'm trying to harness this momentum of this fresh new start and improve in some areas and change completely in some others. So practicing spiritual self-discipline will help me in all areas of my life, whether it's health, finances, relationships, whatever. So if you look at the man on the slide, you can feel his serenity just looking at him. You think he's worried about the price of gas right now? Probably not. I prefer the concept of self-discipline instead of self-control because to me, self-control is the ability to just handle myself in the moment, which would require like active control of myself. Where self-discipline is a regular practice that conditions me to automatically respond in the moment, where those responses are sort of automatic. I don't really have to think about them or put effort into them. So I'm not referring to discipline as punishment or willpower heroics, but discipline as a loving, consistent way of aligning with truth. In Unity, we believe that we are of God and therefore inherently good, and that we live in an unlimited, abundant, loving, and intelligent universe. Self-discipline is the choice to live as if we actually believe that. So what is spiritual discipline? In the spiritual context, discipline is closer to the word disciple, or someone who follows a way, a teaching, or a consciousness. Spiritual self-discipline is the consistent practice of remembering who we truly are, the daily choice to align our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions with the divine within. Discipline turns a spiritual idea into a spiritual embodiment. In Unity, we emphasize the creative power of thought. So self-discipline is, in large part, mental and emotional training. We don't police every thought in fear, but we develop a loving vigilance of what we're thinking and feeling. We notice when we slip into old patterns of fear, resentment, or lack, or a sense of unworthiness, and we gently course correct, returning to truth of abundance, love, wholeness, and worthiness. We move from being driven by our thoughts to being stewards of our thoughts. It's terrible to be like a ship, a toss on the ocean of whatever thought comes into your head. It's better to be the rudder. As Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, taught, thought is substance. We are constantly shaping our experience by what we repeatedly think, feel, and believe. Discipline helps us stop habitually pouring spiritual substance into forms we don't actually want. So the daily practices Spiritual self-discipline happens through the daily practice of prayer and meditation. It's like exercising your body. You have to do it on a regular basis for it to have any real effect. So meditation. A lot of people say they have trouble with meditation because their mind, they just can't stop the chatter and the monkey mind. But it will happen. It just takes practice. Just like training a child when they're little to get them to sit and just be for a moment. And it does require some level of solitude and silence. And be comfortable with that. I finally have gotten to the point where I crave it and enjoy my silence and solitude. Unity speaks of going into the silence. And this is that wonderful place within, that quiet inner place where personality yields to the presence of God. So discipline here means showing up regularly, even when the mind is busy. Sometimes our minds get so busy with whatever's going on or whatever we might be concerned about. You can do a walking meditation. Sometimes that helps me. I just need to be physically active. So I'll go walk around my neighborhood, enjoy all the trees and the plants and the kids and the dogs, and that helps calm my mind as well. And we also don't need to do it perfectly. We're not expecting any particular outcome from meditation. It's a practice of calming and centering ourselves. Next thing is prayer and affirmation. We don't beg to an external God. We align with the Christ within. We do this through affirmative prayer. We speak the truth, not from wishful thinking, but from spiritual understanding. Self-discipline is praying even when we don't feel like it. Later you'll feel good about yourself that you actually showed up and did it. Just like exercise. Some days you may have to argue with yourself to finally get up and take the walk or go to the gym or whatever it is, but later you're so glad that you did. Affirming truth not only when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. That's the real key. And we choose our words carefully. It's especially important when making I am statements. Remember that whatever you say after I am is what you are intending to express in your life. Denial and letting go of the false. Unity uses denial in a different way. We're not denying the facts of a situation. We're denying that it has power over us. So examples, refusing to give energy to our problems. So first, we don't deny the problem, we acknowledge the problem and the facts of it. And then we spend our energy toward the solution. And we don't waste time on looking for blame. It's important to get to the solution. Blame, in essence, is about accountability. We can deal with accountability later. Right now, we focus on solutions. Tell you what, it sure did help me in the corporate world, because if a problem happened, I like to have possible solutions in mind before I told my boss about it. And that always was a popular practice. Redirecting ourselves from distractions. Anybody else have distractions that can pull you off the greatest thing? My example, last Sunday, I had this inspiration for this talk today, and I'm starting to work on it, and I need to research a bit about it because I have not really explored this topic before. Next thing I know, I'm in my kitchen cleaning out the top cabinet in the corner, a cabinet I hadn't cared anything about since I moved into this house 8 years ago, and I heard a voice inside say, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm cleaning out this cabinet, this top shelf. I'm like, you don't need to be doing that. You need to go back in there and work on your talk. And I'm, oh, right, okay. We're not doing the cabinet now. We also gently but firmly withdraw our attention from ideas that contradict our divine nature. So like things that tell you you're not good enough or what you're deciding doesn't really matter. So my example, I'll be like with a little child, I'll just tell myself, no, we're not doing that. So a few months ago, I decided once I'm done eating dinner, there is no more food or drinks except water. I can have all the water I want until breakfast the next day. But sometimes late at night, I'm kind of curious about what the refrigerator's got to say, or the pantry. So I have actually had to tell myself, nope, and turn around and go back. Time for bed. So create a sacred routine for yourself. Self-discipline also shows up in how we structure our days, setting aside regular time for spiritual practice, choosing what we feed our minds, what we read, what we watch, and what we talk about with others and ourselves, our inner self-talk. Creating small rituals of remembrance. Apostle Paul said, pray without ceasing, which is, unless you're a monk, that's a little hard to do, or a nun, but just a remembrance throughout the day. How am I feeling? Self-check-in. What am I thinking right now? So I help myself do this by creating reminders on my phone. So they'll come up at, intervals during the day, and then I set a reminder to repeat it every day. And eventually it becomes routine for me, and I don't need that reminder anymore. So creating a morning meditation and affirmative prayer. Morning is best for me when I first wake up because my brain has not fully engaged in this 3D world yet. Midday pause and an evening gratitude review, or later I'll tell you what I do in the evenings. So next there is the loving no, which I have discussed, and the sacred yes. Healthy spiritual discipline is not harsh. It is firm, but it's rooted in love, just like good parenting. We learn to say a loving no. No to mental rehearsals of the worst case scenarios. That one changed my life immensely when I finally realized I can capture that moment of crisis and say, don't go down the rabbit hole of negativity. If possible, if you just stop there, you've done infinite good. But if you can actually have the wherewithal to do the positive rabbit hole, what are the great things that can come from this, or the good things? No to self-condemnation and unworthiness stories. No to habits that continually pull us out of our center. And we learn to say the sacred yes. Yes to pausing before reacting. Yes to choosing peace over being right. Would you rather be right or happy? Ask yourself that in whatever the moment is. Self-discipline might look like removing ourselves from or redirecting a conversation that has become gossip or an ongoing litany of ill health complaints. Those are not helpful. Stepping back from an argument and silently affirming, there is one presence here and it is love. Or, I invite love into this conversation. This is not repression, it is conscious redirection, choosing the higher vibration not out of fear, but because we value our own inner peace and alignment. So here we are, discipline in times of challenge, like the real crises. It's easy to be spiritual when things are going well. But what we hold in consciousness during crises is especially powerful. When life challenges us with illness, loss, financial stress, spiritual discipline becomes both harder and more essential. In those times, discipline might look like continuing to show up for meditation and prayer, even when you don't feel like it or you feel you don't have time. Like I said, later you'll be grateful that you did. My example was recently, just this past year, when Paul was in the hospital and then went to memory care. I did my best to continue my daily meditation and prayer practice. So repeating a short, simple affirmation, because that's all we can manage when you're in that crisis. For me, it's the prayer for protection. It doesn't matter how awful the situation is and how fried my brain is, I can remember the prayer for protection, and I will say it over and over and over until I feel myself regulated. And interestingly, that prayer was written originally for soldiers on the front line in World War II. So that one has special meaning for me. It was intended for people in real crisis. Reaching out, oh, my fan club, yay. Reaching out for prayer support instead of isolating in fear. You can reach out to pray with our prayer chaplains here. We also have a prayer circle. You reach out to Reverend Jan, and you can call Silent Unity. My mother was calling Silent Unity 50 years ago. Refusing to make the situation our identity, even as we take practical steps, you have to tell yourself, it's not my cancer. Don't own it. You may be experiencing cancer, but don't own it. Also, don't continue to think of yourself as a victim of abuse. You may have experienced abuse, but don't make it part of who you are. Spiritual self-discipline as freedom. Ultimately, spiritual discipline is not about constriction, it's about liberation. You think this man here on the screen is feeling more liberated no matter what the circumstances? He's free. We are without discipline, we're run by moods, habits, fears, and collective beliefs. We react instead of responding. With discipline, we feel inner freedom, regardless of outer circumstances. We have more choice over where we place our attention and energy. We dwell on things that uplift and improve ourselves. And the thing I like most is we automatically eat better, exercise more, and we actually make those phone calls. We don't have to talk ourselves into any of that. It just naturally kind of flows, and you are in it before you have time to argue with yourself about it. So New Thought and Unity does not promise a life without challenges. It offers a way of getting through them. And the way you are changed through those circumstances makes you a better and deeper and broader person. We utilize spiritual tools instead of confusion, and with conscious choice instead of unconscious habit. So in closing, let me offer a simple, practical invitation you can begin today. A small structure of discipline that can grow over time if you're not already doing some of this. First thing in the morning, when you first wake up, just 1 to 3 minutes before you reach for your phone, pause and affirm something along these lines. Today is a good day, and I choose to live fully in peace and joy. During midday, stop what you're doing and take 3 deep breaths, slowly, and say to yourself, I return to center. I return to the Christ within. Like I said, put a reminder on your phone and repeat it until it becomes automatic. In the evening, you can do a gratitude review of what you're grateful for during the day. What I like to do lately, is I will review my day and I'll praise myself for the things I got right. Because I have a bad habit of berating myself for not getting enough done, and I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I'm going to praise what I got right and continue on, and tomorrow will be even better. And so I thank you for this talk, and now we will affirm what they are saying across Unity churches around the world. There we go. So together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and at work in my life, God, the good, omnipotent, and so it is.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God.
So let's take a time of meditation. Just savor being right here, right now. Breathe deeply and feel your shoulders relax. Feel the seat against your back and your legs, with your feet on the floor. Notice in your mind's eye how comfortable this room is, and the people of like mind in this room with you. Savor for a moment how peaceful this moment is. And as you bring to mind your current spiritual practice, ask yourself, are there ways I can improve this practice? And gently ask yourself, what is one spiritual practice that I can incorporate that will best influence my life? And we'll sit with this for a minute in the silence. And as you still consider this, if nothing has come to mind, don't fret. Spirit will reveal it at a later time in divine timing. Do you have a new feeling of resolve to utilize this fruit of the Spirit that is in you, this self-discipline? Making the most of it so that you may express your best self. Hold on to that and tuck it away to remember later today. And as we start our journey back to this room, bless this intention and know that God, our source, is working this out for your best and highest good. And as you come back to this space and reopen your eyes, we gratefully say, Amen.
I don't know what the weather was like here last night, but over our heads at Holiday Shores, Illinois, last night there was a beautiful rainbow. I love rainbows. Trees of green, red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the brightness of day. I like the dark, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow, yeah. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mitzi McDonald, again, for your beautiful music. And also thank you to Steve Schenkel, our music director, for all that you do to support our spiritual community. And also a special thank you to the sound engineers. I think Jeremiah is out today, but we're so grateful for all you do to support our services. So now we come to that time in our service where we pause, reflect, and give thanks for our many blessings. We appreciate your financial donations as we depend on them to fulfill our mission of enriching lives. For everyone, contributions can be made via Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and our newest option, Zephy, which is a donation platform that does not charge any percentage-based fees. So that means that 100% of your gifts goes directly to First Unity Church. It's completely free for our church and for you to use. And though they do give the option to voluntarily support their service. Just hit the donate button on unitystl.org or on the YouTube channel. And of course, we still accept checks dropped off or in the mail. And knowing that we are one with divine source and each other, please join me in the prosperity prayer, which is on the screen. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We affirm that God is our source, and we are grateful for prosperity in our personal lives and in our spiritual community. Now I invite you to stand, if you're able, for our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. The presence indwells us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Please remain standing. Thank you for joining us for our service today. Together we are the First Unity Church of St. Louis. We look forward to seeing you next week. As a vibrant, inclusive community, we come together in oneness of spirit to support one another and express godness and goodness. Our service will end today with I Live in the Kingdom of Light by Lowell Mason, led by Chuck and accompanied by Steve Schenkel. Please join us downstairs afterwards for coffee, conversation, and connection. Thank you so much.
I live in the kingdom of light, the kingdom of wisdom and love, the kingdom of order, the kingdom of justice. I live in the kingdom of light. I live in the kingdom of life, the kingdom of power and love, the kingdom of rightness, the kingdom of gladness. I live in the kingdom of life. I live in the kingdom of God, the kingdom of peace and of love, the kingdom of beauty, the kingdom of plenty. I live in the kingdom of God.
Great job, sir. We did it. Great. I'll be here.